Let's go over how to use a food scale for weight loss. All right, so let's look at the anatomy of a food scale. It's pretty simple. We have a power on and off button, and then a tare, which zeroes the scale out, and then a unit. This might be different depending on what food scale you have, but generally it's gonna be the same. And so let's just toggle through this. We have pounds, pounds and ounces, kilograms, ounces, milliliters, and then also grams. So these are the units of measurement. And then power on, power off button. Let me show you the tare. So if you turn it on and you put your container, which you'll put your food into, you'll see that the weight is there. So we want to zero that out before we put the food on. Pretty simple so far. And you don't need a fancy food scale. I got this one on Amazon for like $9 and I've had it for years. It works wonderfully. All right, let's briefly go over serving size of this cottage cheese I have. And hopefully you can see it. If not, I'll put a photo up. So a serving size is 113 grams, which is 90 calories. And the serving size isn't necessarily a recommended amount to eat. They're just generally rough averages of how much people usually do. And so there are two ways to approach tracking food, and it doesn't really matter which way you use it, but there are certain situations which one would be better than the other. And the first method is gonna be the tare method, and this is gonna be good for things that might get stuck on the spoon, or things like sauces or peanut butter, cottage cheese, yogurt. We're gonna use cottage cheese for this example. And so all we're gonna do is we're going to take the container lid off because we don't want that to be a part of it. We're gonna put the cottage cheese on the scale, turn it on, and pro tip, if you put the container on before you turn the food scale on, it will automatically be 0 compared to if the food scale was turned on before and then you put it on, you'll have to tare that amount. And so all you're gonna do is, now that this is 0, anything that you take out from the container will be weighed accordingly on the scale. So here you see I have 90 grams taken out. If I wanted more, I would continue to take out more. And if I wanted less, I would just put some back into the container. Make sure your utensil is clean, obviously. And that's it, very easy. As you can see, there's a little bit of stuff still on the spoon, and if you don't want to sit there and get everything off, this method would be better for that. And you can especially see it with something like peanut butter. And method 2, I don't know what to call it. Let's call this the putting it on the plate method. Right, so to assemble a meal, I would put my plate on the food scale, tear it out, and all I'm gonna be doing is putting my ingredients in. So I'm going to put some cooked pasta in right here, however much you want. Let's go with 91 grams. So how would you actually log that? Let's go over that real quick. All right, I just pulled up Cronometer, which is my preferred food tracking app. And this is the one that I recommend to my clients if they don't already have a preferred food tracking app, but it really doesn't matter which one you pick. So if you're comfortable with one already, just use that. But I'll leave a link down in the description to a breakdown video of the Cronometer app that I did if you want to learn more about it, as well as my online fat loss coaching application. I had to do too many takes of that, so the number on the scale automatically turned off, but I know that we have cooked pasta, and then I think it was like 82. We'll go with that. Save it, and then add to diary, and as you can see, it's logged right there. Now let's go ahead and do the beef. All right, so making sure it is tared, all I'm gonna do is put how much beef I want into my meal. Let's do 88 grams. It doesn't really matter for the sake of this video. And so I'm gonna pull Cronometer back up. I'm going to add food, and now I'm gonna look up cooked ground beef, 93.7. Make sure that it's specified because this is 93.7 ground beef. And here we have 88 grams. Save, add to diary, and we have one more thing to weigh out so you can see, and then we'll have a full meal. The last thing we're gonna weigh is the marinara sauce, and so I'm going to tare it. I'm gonna open this jar up and put it into my meal, however much I want. So it comes up to 86 grams. And now let's actually use the barcode scanner feature. So we'll go ahead, add food, barcode scanner, right here, and then we have 86 grams. Save, add to diary, and there we go. We have a full meal tracked and logged in Cronometer. Super easy, super simple. No need to overcomplicate these things. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then we'll go over the great debate of all time when it comes to tracking food. Do you weigh cooked or uncooked food? This is gonna be my lunch later. So do you weigh and track your food cooked or uncooked? Just track it cooked. That means cook your meats, cook your pasta, cook your rice, and then weigh it out just the way we did it this time. Some people will say you have to weigh it before you cook it because when you cook it, it loses water. Just make sure in the food tracking app that you pick, you looked up the cook version. This is gonna make the process so much easier on you because you can batch cook, and that means less time in the kitchen, that means less dishes to do, and it just simplifies everything. And keeping it simple is the name of the game. I hope this was helpful. If you have any follow-up questions, leave them down in the comments. I am here for you, and YouTube thinks you like this video, so stick around, hang out for a little bit, and hopefully you learned something new that can help you with your health and fitness.